Hi everyone, JB here and welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. We're not actually going to do any upgrades just yet, the reason being that there's no need really. So we're just going to go straight into the side quests. There are two side quests that we can do before we move on, and the first one we speak to Ida, who is here. What am I ever to do? I hope these braces will show up sometime soon. Did I hear you say you're looking for a couple of braces? Yes, that's right. Does this mean that you are they? It sure does. Even that handsome young man too? That's right, myself included. Well, what a pleasant surprise this is, Star. There certainly seem to be a lot of people with the name Bracer these days. Does this mean that you're brother and sister or something like that? You know, that's got to be it. When people have the same name, it usually means they're family. Well, I guess that's kind of how it is for us. Estelle, I think this lady has no idea what braces are. She seems to have mistaken the word bracer for somebody's name. You can't be serious. May I ask what the two of you are whispering to each other about? It's quite rude to whisper in front of people. It'll be a pain to explain all of this to her, so let's just go along with what she says. I'll try. You seem to be troubled over something, ma'am. My goodness, for such a cute little dumpling you catch on quick. Young boys are so considerate. Hey, are you really distressed, or are you trying to flirt with somebody who's way too young for you? Oh, that's right, I'm so distressed. My little Ariel hasn't come home. I carelessly dozed off here at the cafe and she vanished. And who is Ariel exactly? My little kitten, she's so snuggly wuggly. Oh, and if I might add, it's not just her face that's cute, it's her personality as well. What's the colour of your kitten's fur? Let me think for a moment. Maybe it's like the colour of the evening sun in autumn shining down upon a field of wheat. So it's tannish. I think she's just out running around somewhere, so if you find her, please bring her back. Understood. We'll start by looking for her outdoors. If we find her, we'll come back and report to you. I'll be waiting right here for you. Good luck, Mr. and Ms. Bracer. Right, so the first thing we want to do is go down here, and then we want to check north of the clock tower, which is, let's see. Yeah, clock tower's here, so we're going to check north. North. There we go. And there's Ariel. Look! Joshua, is that cat? Looks like the one that lady was looking for. I'm certain that's the one. We'd better hurry and catch it. Indeed, the next thing we want to do is check in front of the Bracer Guild. Look, it's that cat again. Get back here! And Ariel's just going to run off. This is just like back at the Purzel farm. It most certainly is. It seems like we're doing a lot of chasing these days. Indeed we are. The next place you want to check is to the east side of the Bracer Guild. So, not Bracer Guild. Clock Tower. There's that cat again. Estelle, wait a minute. Maybe that kitten is trying to... Oh no, it's getting away! So east side of Clock Tower, east side of the Bracer Guild, doesn't really matter. You've basically got to then get it into the chapel. Like so. There's Ariel again. There's nowhere left to run, little kitty. It's time to be caught. Of course, it's never quite that simple. And we want to go up here, up the stairs, round here, and we finally corner the kitty. Be a good kitty and surrender. Stay right there like that, and... Estelle, don't corner her like that. What do you intend to tell her owner if she takes a dive off the terrace? I know that, but it's not like there's any other way to catch her. Introducing Joshua Bright, Cat Whisperer. Come here, Ariel. That's right, this way. I'm sorry the big bad Estelle scared you like that. Jerk. Come on, let's go back and see your owner. No. That's a good girl, Aril. Alright, let's go. Your owner's waiting for you. Indeed, she is. And that's pretty much everything that happened. I'm pretty sure that Aril was on her way back to see you from the beginning. Each time we saw her, she had been walking towards the cafe. Now that you mention it, that does seem like what happened. There's a chance that because of us, she ended up coming back this late. Oh, don't be silly. You two brought her back safe and sound. I'm really grateful to the both of you. But especially you, Mr. Bracelet. You are just the cat's meow. Indeed, Aril. I'll take that as a compliment. You're blushing, Joshua. I'd sure like to put a colour on you. Then you'd be perfect. Boo. Bad puns are bad. I apologise, but we're going to need to get back and report to the guild. Have a nice day. See you later. Oh yes, I hope to be seeing a lot more of Mr. Bracer. And Lost Kitten is complete. Just gotta head back to the guild and report in. Talk to Aina. And you should get 2 BP and 500 Mira, meaning that you will have 34 BP total if you are playing along for the max BP run. Next thing, we need to go down to the Elize Highway and take on the Elize Highway monster. Now, you may notice in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen that the CP has been maxed out at 200 for some time. And yes, there is a reason for it, and it is this fight. It's not that it's difficult, it's that it's not the easiest. But because we have these 200 CP S-crafts lined up, we should be okay. We get there eventually. There it is. We're going to exterminate it straight away. No need to save. Okay, so Rhinocider has 500 health. So we're going to just whack it down a bit. And then I think we're just going to go to town with the S-crafts. And then we'll use Estelle's as well.
Here I come.
Yeah, insane. The S-crafts are basically just like limit breaks from Final Fantasy. You can store them as well, which is great. So there we go. Nice and simple. I'm just going to, therefore, just quickly whiz back to the Bracer Guild. Okay, and we're back at the Bracer Guild. Time to report in, and we will receive 4 BP and 1000 Mira. So you should be up to 38 BP now if you're playing along for the max BP. So, before we go any further, there is one thing that we need to do on the Milch Main Road before we go on to the next main quest, and that is to look for a certain treasure chest. Now, those of you that have played this game before will be aware of the treasure chest that I'm speaking of and why we haven't touched it until now. I strongly suggest you save your game and then you examine this chest here. This is not an easy battle. And you might look at this and go, oh, 8 flying felines and a lily mover. This should be quite easy, right? Yeah. These flying felines are not the flying felines that you know and love. These flying felines are a lot tougher. On top of that, the lily mover also has higher defense as well and isn't weak to fire. So you are in a world of hurt. And they all store up power for flying kills. Oh, and it also hurts. Okay, so we are going to use the power of magic to take down some of these guys. And hopefully... it's just out of range. I think all the same... Yeah, so there's a lot of this focusing its power nonsense. And they will hurt, and you will use items. We'll find out any second now how much they truly hurt, because we've got 4 flying kicks in a row. Yeah. So, we are going to whip out some items and use them. We've got a couple of options available to us in terms of food, but honestly, I think you're just better off using tier bombs here. You are going to use items in this fight. You can't avoid it.
We're good to go.
But it does get more and more bearable. And the reason why I haven't stored up my S-crafts is because, to be quite honest, you get to 100 very quickly. And if I remember correctly, your S-craft does 200. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Estelle will go up to, 91. See that? And now we're down to 4. Okay. Gonna keep on doing some arts here. We're just gonna go one at a time. Oh, Joshua missed. That's big. Not that big, actually, because Estelle's got a turn coming up. Joshua does a lot of missing early on, but later on, when you get access to the hit quartz, it becomes easier. Right. You do basically want to use your S-crafts on site. And then there were 2. Okay, we're nearly done. Okay, art. Firebolt. He is quick. Okay, we're getting there. We're making progress. An attack to take him out. 1 left. Okay, so with the plus 10 strength, I think I can use the dual strike to finish off the last one. Yeah. In fact, could have one hit KO'd one.
We're not done yet.
And for doing all that, you'll get nothing, pretty much. I mean, we level up because I did some off-screen battles. So we get level 8, which is nice, I guess. And Estelle learns Hurricane. It's her AoE craft. It's really good in battles like that. So if you're struggling, maybe get to level 8 and then Estelle will have Hurricane and you can use that then. Tons of Sepith, including 8 time to bring us up to 31, which is a nice amount. We also get 2 Monster Beast meats. Not that many. And we get the Topaz Talisman, which I know what it does, but I'll show you. The wearer's attack and defense will become earth-based, great in areas and dungeons which have a lot of earth monsters. Problem being, of course, that there actually aren't that many earth monsters, monsters that are weak to earth in the game. But there we have it. A bit of a shorter one in this episode, but we got a lot done. We did the Lost Kitten, we did the Elize Highway monster, and I showed you how to beat that chest on the Milch Main Road. There is one more thing to do on the Milch Main Road, but we're not quite ready to show you that just yet. But that is all. In the next episode, we will continue with the main storyline. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. I've been JB. This has been The Legend of Heroes Chosen in the Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.